I was playing Ghost of Tsushima this weekend and doing a terrible job at it, and it really sprung this incredible idea in me that I just had to share in this rant. So, as per usual, I'm not great at games, combat, quick, swift bananas. I kind of get lost a little bit, but I do my best, and if they have good mechanics, I can kind of catch on and get a little bit of a rhythm going. And so this weekend I decided, I'm going to try to get into this hard stuff in Ghost of Tsushima, some of the more difficult levels, and so I called my brother and asked him for advice. Something to just spur on some ideas, techniques, certain charms, certain things that can increase to just make my, gameplay and battle techniques better. And he said, quit sucking, get good. Brr. That is true. Why don't you suck less though, bro? And he makes a good point, but I was, pressing him. He's always the hard-angled guy. Just do better. But he did tell me one statistic that I thought was really interesting. And he said, get your resolve up. If you're going to do anything, work on that stat. Make your resolve as high as it can go. Because that gives you the most opportunity to regain energy, use special powers, stuff like that. And I thought that's such a cool concept. Who says video games don't teach anything? Because in life, I think all this stuff about hard work and, you gotta grind, out here grinding, hard working, and you get lost in this sauce of what that actually means. What is hard work? Is it just like doing it with rocks on your back? Now I'm doing it harder. I did it for 15 hours. Now I worked harder. I don't know if that's the case, right? I think hard work is tied intrinsically to resolve. Because I think resolve is one of these things where it's like the Rocky sauce. It's the thing that keeps you going and keeps you pushing forward past the hits. Assuming and knowing you're going to get the hits. Which I think is a great place to be. Because I think there's this idea, even when I was younger, where I thought, I'm going to grow up and I'm going to get all this money and all my problems will go away and it'll just be about where to park my boat. And that's not the case, Problems are going to be, more money, more problems, in fact, as the poet said. But that's, one of those things where you can't avoid the problems. You can't, push things away or think, I can hide from it or lie my way around it. I've had experience in that in life and it's gotten me nowhere. The thing that's gotten me places is this idea of resolve, this idea that I know the hit's going to come. I know that there'll be a fail point, but I am willing to take the hit of that fail point to push forward, knowing it will give me more resolve. The universe is hilarious. You only get it when you fail. You need to lose it to get more. It's a brilliant system. Hilarious. But it's true. You need to take as many hits as you can, pushing forward, so that way you can get those little circles, those little yellow rings that keep you going. And allow you to kind of pump yourself up when you know you're down. Allow you to take a hit, feel a failure, and rise back up to do better. Because that's the only way to get it. You try, you fail, you wake up the next day, you go, I'm still alive. Now I have more resolve. And you push past it, maybe you get it done, and then the next time you fail, you go, hey, remember when you pushed it past the last time? And resolve. The ability to push past the failures, knowing they're going to come, knowing the hits are going to come, assuming the responsibility, and knowing that the goal is to be able to push past those hits and not to avoid them. The Rocky sauce. And Ghost of Tsushima knew it. I thought that was a very, very great way to name the convention of what these things in the game are used to kind of give you more power or give you special abilities. Because it is, as in life, resolve makes the difference. Hard work is the ability to take on a failure and push past that failure, knowing that you're going to succeed because you got that extra ring. Resolve. Gaming, it's amazing. It teaches you everything. Just knowing about The Rock this week. Think about that. The Rock wants to be a professional NFL player his entire life. Then he fails, hard fail. Goes and becomes a wrestler. Has to work for Vince McMahon. Works his way up the ladder. Becomes a star. Buys the XFL from Vince McMahon, essentially owning the counterpart to the NFL. Think about the amount of failures in that story. The amount of resolve required. That boy's sitting on rings and rings and rings and rings of resolve and winning. Because he pushed past those failures and he knew there's something at the end if you could take the hits and keep moving forward. Gotta believe, man, that Rocky Sauce is true. So I thought, very cool, Ghost of Tsushima once again. Eventually, in 12 years, I'll finish you. But yeah, get your resolve up, get your rings up. That's the most important thing, because if you can take the hits, you can take more of the hits. Guy or girl, or person who takes the most hits, kind of wins the game. You can keep pushing forward. That's how winning gets done. Somebody said that. Rocky Sauce. Love that. Anyway, I'm rambling. Thank you for listening to this ReUp rant, and I hopefully will catch you on the next one. Have a great week.